Hey everyone, it's me Bailey and welcome back to my channel. So today's video, you guys are going to be spending a few days with me. So this is just going to be kind of like a mood reading vlog slash spend a few days with me type vlog. Don't really have anything going on this week. So I figured I would just kind of pick up the camera and just hang out with you guys for a few days. And yeah, that's honestly about it. Just work and hopefully doing a lot of reading. And I will say I do have some pretty big reading updates. So I will kind of go ahead and get into that. I do kind of want to structure this video almost like a read 200 pages a day with me, but I don't want to like put that like pressure on myself, which even though today I would have hit that goal, but I just want it to be like a really chill, relaxed reading week. So we're just gonna see how much I can get read over the next few days. I am planning to end this video probably Friday maybe, so yeah, we're just gonna hang out for a few days. And I do have some packages to unbox. I do have readings to talk about. So I am starting this video on a high. So last night I started In the Bins of the Drowning by Kaylee Cassidy, and I actually just finished this not too long ago, and I am excited to say that we have a 5-star read, you guys. Like, this book was for me. Now, I've had this book on my shelves for a little bit. I have had my eye on this for a little bit as well. And I was a little unsure about this book because I haven't loved books around the sea. Not my typical avenue that I like to go down. I haven't had the best luck, and especially when it comes to pirate books, I tend to not love those. And so I was a little unsure about this Siren book. However, I don't know about you guys, but on TikTok, I will get ads for like those real shorts where like people are like, you know, whatever. And sometimes they're AI, sometimes they're not, whatever. But sometimes I'll get sucked down a rabbit hole and I want to like watch the series. But I had one that caught my attention about this girl, and she was like on the ship and she was trying to teach the siren how to mate, or like this mermaid how to mate or whatever. And so he ends up kidnapping her and like taking her like under the ocean to like this cave or like whatever. Anyway, so I was like, that sounds like I want to read a book about a siren now that I've seen this. So I decided to pick this book up last night, and boy, oh boy, this book had me sucked in. This book was so good, and I was a little iffy about it at the beginning, but it really, really snared me in, and I loved it. I thought it was so good. I just loved the story, and I'm so excited to read book 2. Literally so excited, in fact, that after leaving work I ran to Barnes & Noble to pick up book 2 because I knew that I needed to start it immediately. However, I don't know if I will be starting it immediately because I do have a video to edit, so we'll see. But I am giving this book 5 stars. So this book is following Imogen, and she is essentially a prisoner, which she's not really a prisoner, but like she is the ward of this king, and he is very like a tyrant king almost, and he has kept her essentially locked away. But she, however, is engaged to the captain of the king's guard, and at a like ball one night she ends up running into the king of this other territory, who the king that she lives with has had over to try and prevent a war with this other king. And she ends up revealing to her fiance that she is a siren, and ends up killing him, and ends up trying to make an alliance with this other king to get away from the king that she's been living with. And so she makes a deal with him, and they like escape into the night, and it's a romance between them. And this was so fun. Like, I really, really liked this book. I feel like this had like the perfect amount of everything. Like, there was a little bit of traveling in it. It wasn't too much. It wasn't like a travel fantasy, so it wasn't the whole time they were just traveling. They had like little mission that they had to go on. They had like a old like woman in a cottage situation that they had to go talk to, and like it was very like atmospheric. It was creepy. It was like horror-esque in a sense because there was quite a bit of body horror in this, and it was a little bit on the darker side, but it was honestly just so good. I loved the writing. Like I said, it did start out just a tiny bit slow, but after we like got in there, we were really in it, and I had such a good time. And I'm so happy that I read this. I'm so happy that that reel short came up on my feed, because if not, I don't know when I would have picked this up. But I am literally obsessed, and I will be starting book 2 as soon as possible. I was looking to see if this book is on Kindle Unlimited, and it is not, sadly, but I am going to still do my best to try and read this. I'm gonna see if I can find the ebook from my library, but yeah, I'm so excited to get into this. I'm hoping to get into this evening. I am going to get my video edited. Hopefully it won't take me too terribly long to edit, and then I'm planning on getting into that. So now that I've given you my reading update, I do have some boxes to unbox. I have literally no idea what's in this Amazon one. I think it might be something for Navy, but we're gonna find out. So this top one is from probably Smut, and this is I'm not sure which month. I'm guessing. I think this is July's book. And so of course with probably Smut, it does always come with stickers that match the theme of the alternate cover of the book. It comes with the tabs that are color dropped to match the book, as well as a bookmark that is themed to the book, as well as the suggested annotation guide for the tabs. And then of course it comes with the book, which this book is Midnight Message by Aviana St. Graves, and I have never heard of this book, and Aviana St. Graves is a new to me author. I did recently pick up Pink Ink by this author based on a recommendation from my coworker, and she said that she really loved it, so I ended up pre-ordering it, and I just got it in the mail the other day. I had not heard of this book, but it seems like it's a dark romance, so I am excited to get into it. The back says, "You wanted dangerous, so stop acting surprised when I act like it." So I don't know, I feel like this could be something that I enjoy, and it seems based on the sticker that I can see that it has something to do potentially with a stalker of some sort. So fun. I am excited to have this. I will be reading this. We'll see hopefully soon. The next box is from Love Story Society, and this is my copy of Trope Sick, and of course it comes with the little postcard that says Romance Reader, and that is super cute. I do tend to keep the postcards just in case I ever want to use them in my journals in the future. And then, like I mentioned, the book is an alternate cover of Trope Sick, which I really liked. So this is the cover of Trope Sick. It has like all the tropes on it, and then the back says there was everyone else and then there was you. And this, I'm assuming, is the house that they like stayed in while they were working on the project together. And yeah, I really liked this book, so I'm glad that I have this special edition. So that is fun. And then next from Amazon, oh okay, this is a gift. I did not order this. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is from Manu. Oh my goodness, literally she got me 2 books. That's so sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna put these with what I think they go to. So there 2 notes came with it, and said, the first one said, "Of course I had to buy this one, happy birthday," from Manu. And the second one says, "I hope you like this one." And so I'm gonna assume that the "hope you like this one" is Battle of the Bookstores by Allie Brady. And I'm gonna assume that the one that she said that of course she had to get was The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy, which I loved this book. This book was so good when I read it, and I had it on my wish list because I have been wanting to grab a copy of this. So literally, thank you so much, Manu. I am so undeserving, and I am so very grateful that you even thought about me for my birthday. So literally, I'm just so beyond grateful. Thank you so much. I will be messaging you to thank you before this video goes up, but literally I am so grateful and I'm so excited to get into Battle of the Bookstores. I have loved all of the books that I've read from Ali Brady, and I do feel like that they are a very underrated author duo, and I wish that more people read from them. So this is your sign to pick up a book from Ali Brady if you have not. But again, thank you so much, Manu. I cannot wait to read this one, and I'm so happy to have this one on my shelves. And so that is all for the unboxing portion of the video. I am going to go edit now so I can get my video up for tomorrow, and so that way I can start reading, because I am so excited to get into In the Wake of the Ruined. I'm gonna have to remember that title because it's still so fresh to me, because I literally just picked it up, so I like haven't memorized the title just yet. But I'm gonna go so I can start editing, and then I can get into my book. So I will talk to you probably once I have an update on In the Wake of the Ruined. Home from work now, and I have a reading update in the Wake of the Ruined. Still have not memorized the title, but I have gotten pretty far in this dang book today. So I'm currently on chapter 32, which is page 359. So I definitely will be finishing this today. And again, I've been eating it up. I feel like this story is just really calling to me today, and I feel like I'm liking it even more because I do get to binge it, which is like even better because this is just a duology. So this is the last book in this little duet, so I got to complete the story. I'm hoping it's going to end on a happily ever after. I do still have about 50 pages left in the book, but I definitely have plans to finish it. So I will be going on a WALK with Navy probably in about an hour or so. So I'm thinking that I can finish these pages before then. I am already ready. We are going to go elsewhere to do our WALK. We're not just gonna go around my neighborhood. We're gonna take it somewhere else and go do a little new sniffing, if you will. I don't know. He's gonna go somewhere he's never been before, so he will get to have like some new experiences and whatnot. So we are gonna leave probably in about an hour, so I'm thinking I can finish this before then. But yeah, so I'm gonna get into this, and I will talk to you when I finish it and let you know what my rating is for In the Wake of the Ruined. Finished In the Wake of the Ruined by Kaylee Cassidy, and I'm giving this book 4 stars. So this one was still really good. I feel like I just really liked book 1 just a tiny bit better, but the overall story was so good. Like, I would definitely say like between the two books, like the story in and of itself of course averages like a 4.5 star. I did enjoy book 1 just a tiny bit better, but this one was still absolutely so good. I honestly just loved everything about the overall story. I loved the way that it started out, the way that it ended. I just feel like it was a very well-rounded story, and I'm so happy that I read this. Like, I just feel like this little duology was for me, and apparently that real short that I kept seeing, and I'm still seeing it like as I'm scrolling, was onto something, because I just feel like it knew exactly what I needed, and it was this. So I'm so glad that I read this, and who knows how long this would have sat on my shelves, because I wasn't like super in a hurry to get to the first book, or like obviously this book because I literally just got it yesterday. But I don't know, I felt like it was exactly what I needed. It was like one of those like right book, right time situations, and I'm so glad that I read this. I've absolutely been eating this story up over the past couple of days, and I'm definitely wanting to scream from the rooftops to read this. If you're at all interested in sirens and books about sirens, then I would definitely recommend this. I will say the ending of this book was quite heartbreaking and devastating for our main character, Imogen. Like, she was going through it, but it was so good. I will say the yearning, the pining in this series, so good, unmatched. Theo, like level 10 piner, like he was stunning. He was stunning. He was stunning. And yeah, this was so good. Please read this duet if you are at all interested in it. I highly recommend it. I don't think it will be for everyone, but it was definitely for me, and 4 stars to this. But now that I'm done with this book, I am gonna have to pick my next book. I don't really know what's speaking to me at the moment. I feel like there's a couple things that I potentially have my eye on, but I'm going to have to look and see. We are getting ready to leave here in a few minutes to go on our walk, but Nate is outside currently in the backyard, and I'm going to go ahead, put my shoes on, get his stuff ready so that way we can go. And then, yeah, I don't know. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for dinner tonight. So we'll see, but I do have a couple books left on my TBR for the month that I could get into. And then I do have a few books that I just recently got within the last like few weeks that are kind of calling to me as well. So we'll just kind of see. I am wanting to potentially start something new tonight, but we'll see if that ends up happening. But thought I would just come on and give the update that I finished my book, and I will probably talk to you tomorrow. I don't see myself talking to you again tonight, I don't think, just because I feel like after we leave and get back, I'm gonna want to just like shower and go to bed. So I'm thinking that's all for the updates for now, and I will talk to you probably sometime tomorrow. Hello friends, I am home from work and I do have a reading update, but I do also have a package, and literally my camera is getting ready to die. So all right, you're plugged in. So I do have updates. I have reading update. I also have a package to unbox. So we're gonna do the reading update first. So I decided to pick up Dhampira today. I decided on this book like somewhat last night after I got home, but mostly this morning before going into work. I did not read anything last night. We got home from our walk, and then my friends and I went out for tacos for Taco Tuesday yesterday, because our local Mexican restaurant has tacos on Tuesdays for $1.50. So we went and took advantage of that. And so by the time I got home, I did not read anything else. However, I did read quite a bit of this today. I am currently on page 266, which I believe is in chapter 18. I'm in the middle of the chapter where I stopped, but I mean, I'm over halfway into this, and this is not my favorite book. It is a Why Choose Dark Vampire Romance, and it's just not my favorite. It is a little bit on the slower side. I feel like the main character is a little annoying to me. I'm not like absolutely loving the way that it's written. The story itself is like fine for the most part, but like, I don't know, it's just not really speaking to me. I'm not really loving it. I had really high expectations out of this book, and I was really excited to read this, and I fear that it's not living up to the hype that I made up in my brain. So I don't know. I'm hoping that, you know, it gets better. There is still some time for, you know, it to grow on me a little bit, but yeah, I'm hoping to finish this tonight. I did just order dinner, so it is on the way. But yeah, my main goal is to literally just sit and read. And yeah, I am hoping to finish this book tonight. But let's get into my package. So I did not order this. This is actually from Court. She literally messaged me and was like, hey, Amazon said that there's a package there, so like check your mailbox. And I was like, okay, will do. And so here we are. But okay, so I'm just gonna like reach in and see what it is. So oh, okay, so this is the Book of Sin by H.M. Wolf, and I am so excited to read this. I've heard not a whole lot about this. Bailey actually put it on my radar and I am excited to get to this. I think this is like a dark academia style type book and I love a dark academia, but also too, I love it when it's like, I don't know. Okay, so I say I love dark academia, but I also have like kind of a like hit or miss relationship with it because I love dark academia when it's like fantasy dark academia and not necessarily when it's like regular dark academia. I don't know, but this sounded like really up my alley. So literally thank you, Court, so much for gifting this to me. You absolutely did not have to give me anything. I am so unbelievably grateful and appreciative for you even thinking about me. So thank you so much. I am going to go and message you literally right now. And then it unfortunately did not come with a note, so I don't have one to tape into the inside cover, sadly. But again, thank you so much. I am so incredibly grateful to have this. So I am now going to go read, and I am going to read some more in Dhampira. I'm also going to go ahead and like get comfy. I'm going to wait until my food gets delivered, and then I'm going to like shower and put my pajamas on and things and get like comfortable for the night. But yeah, I'm definitely hoping to finish Dhampira tonight. And of course, I will give you any updates if need be tonight. Me being a little bit over halfway, not loving it, not my favorite, not the worst book I've ever read. So I'll let you know what my final thoughts are once I finish the book. Just finished Dhampira and so I think I'm gonna rate this book 2 stars. I feel like this book was not for me. I feel like the concept was there, but I feel like the execution I just didn't love. I also don't really think I really liked the writing style all that much. It's not really something that I found easy to read or like intriguing, and like I didn't necessarily like want to pick this book up. Like the back of the book sounds really good. Like we have this girl, she's half vampire, half human, which is a very rare thing in this world. And her mother has kept her hidden in the human realm, and she ends up getting kidnapped by essentially like a bounty hunter and is sold, where she then gets kidnapped from the people that kidnapped her essentially. And he takes her across the veil, I guess, like the line of like human world versus fae world, and ends up taking her, and she finds out that her father is this like ruthless tyrant king, and she ends up finding out that she will be forced to be married to this other prince of this world. And it is a wide choose between our main character Corinthi and then like her father's head of guard, whatever, and then this prince. And like I feel like in theory it sounds like everything that I would love, everything that I would eat up, but something about it just like didn't work for me. It just didn't like, yeah, I don't know. I felt like the pacing was a little off. Just the writing in and of itself, I didn't particularly love the way that it was written. I feel like this could be for someone, but I feel like this just was not for me. I will say there were like a few scenes that I was like, okay, like this is fun, but for the most part, like I just didn't love it. Like I had hoped for more out of this book, and unfortunately it just didn't really meet my expectations, sadly. So 2 stars to this. I really wanted to like this more than I did, but unfortunately now that I am done with this, I will be moving on to the next book that I'm reading. Now if you're asking to yourself, what is she gonna read next? I don't even know. So I'm gonna have to figure that out myself. I do have a little bit of a TBR. I do also have like my monthly TBR to work from still, but I think tomorrow will be the last day. No, I think I'll do one. I think Friday will be the last day of this video. So I think I still have a couple more days potentially for this video. So I feel like I do have time, of course, to still like read a couple of things eventually, but honestly, I don't really know what I'm in the mood for now. I feel like if anything, like I really want like a really good like billionaire romance, like where he's just like spending money and like penthouse type vibes. Like I feel like that might move, so I might try and see if I can find along those lines of like super rich man. So we'll see. I'm gonna go to bed now because I do have to go to work tomorrow. It is my last day of the work week this week, thankfully. But yeah, I do have to go to work tomorrow, so I will be talking to you again tomorrow, and I'll let you know what I decide to pick up. But I think I might try and do a little bit of research of what I'm wanting to pick up before going to bed tonight. But yeah, thought I'd give that update, let you know I finished Dhampira, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Good morning. I'm getting ready to leave here for work in a second, but I did want to let you guys know that I did end up figuring out which book I wanted to read. So I decided to go with Fever by Maya Banks. This is the second book in the Breathless trilogy, and I read book one sometime last year, I want to say, like close to the end of the year, and it was definitely giving like those like billionaire ultra rich vibes that I'm like sort of looking for. I will say I think this series as well is sort of along the lines of like 50 Shades just a little bit, and some of the aspects of it, which I loved 50 Shades when I read it like years and years ago. But this gives like those same vibes because it's like we're following Jace, Ash, and Gabe, and they're three of the wealthiest, most powerful men in the country, and they're accustomed to getting anything they want. So yeah, this is like the vibes. I can't believe I like completely forgot that I had this book on my shelves, but yeah, this is exactly the vibe that I was looking for. I did also find a little novella on my Kindle from Stuff Your Kindle Day that I got like however long ago, and so that is like something I might also pick up today, and it is called Baby Proposal. And basically, again, it's like one of those like boss ex-employee type situations where she like wants a baby and he needs like something else or whatever, and they like make a deal or whatever to have a baby, and he's like a rich CEO of some whatever. So that is an option as well, so we'll see if I end up picking that one up. I looked at it last night. It's like 89 pages or something like that, so like super quick read. It's by Evie Rose. So yeah, we'll see if I end up picking that up as well. If anything, I would probably read that one first just because it is so short. But yeah, anyways, I'll see once I get to work and see like what the vibes are. And yeah, so that is my update for this morning. I am going to go ahead and head out. See you guys when I get home probably. It is a shorter day for me today, so just a little over a half day, so I should be off around like 1 just after lunch. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I will see you guys this afternoon. It's a lot later than I originally thought that I was gonna update you, but I got off work, went to the store, got home, took a nap. Navy's dog friend came over and they ran around for a little bit, and then I just ran to the mailbox to pick up my packages. So I do have 2 things to open, and I do have a reading update in Fever. So this book is very telling of the time. This book was written in 2013, and it's giving that it was written in 2013. It's also very like insta-lovey, very like love bomby, very just like a lot, but I'm having fun, so it's fine. I will say I'm not like loving the main female character or the main male character either. Like, this book definitely isn't getting more than 3 stars, but I mean, it's fine. It's working for what I was looking for. I was looking for one of those like super rich billionaire, like he's gonna spend money type of books, and yeah, he is doing just that. And so I'm currently on page 190, which is the start of chapter 22. So I'm like right at about halfway through. I think I can finish this book tonight. So that is the goal. I do have my dinner cooking in the oven right now. Just kidding. It's not in the oven. It's literally in the air fryer. I can't remember the last time I turned on my oven. So love that. But yeah, so let's get into these packages. So this right here is my monthly junk journal kit from Scribble Prints Co. that I use in my reading journal, so that way I don't have to come up with themes myself. This is very much a lifesaver for me and a game changer in my journaling, and I would scream, cry, and throw up about this. and how much it has changed my journaling, because I will say, like, there for a little while, journaling was starting to feel a bit tedious for me because I was having problems coming up with ideas and like inspiration, and it was just really kind of making me not want to have a journal. But this just makes it so easy. I figured out a format that works for me, and so these kits are literally perfect. This one is the Haunted Library, which is super cute. So it's got like the little Polaroid of the little library. We've got our guest check, which is super cute and fun. We've got our ransom letters. This is the small deco sheet. Then we've got our like large deco sheet. And this kit, we've got 3 full pages, which love, because I feel like 3 full pages is like the perfect amount for what I need. I've got this full page, and then of course like the Starry Night one. And yeah, literally this is exactly what I need for my journal and the way that I like to do my reading journal. At this point in my life, I used to be able to like do it from scratch and like, you know, have all these like intricate spreads in my journal, and now this is just so simple for me. It doesn't take nearly as much time. There's not as much thought because the theme is already there. It's basically I just have to pick which theme I like. And yeah, honestly, definitely recommend checking out Scribble Prints Co. and their junk journaling kits. I am a part of their monthly subscription, so that's just what this is from. This was just the monthly theme, and super cute. Happy to have this. Cannot wait to use this in my journal. I was actually on their website earlier today looking at some of their new releases, and I do have my eye on a couple things, so I might purchase something here in the next like week or so. And there was like, they had some really cute Halloween ones, so I might have to make a little purchase for some spreads for October. But also this in this box that is a pain in the butt to get open. So this is from Barnes & Noble, and this is Echoes of You by Catherine Cowles. This is the second book in the Lost and Found series. I read book 1 in this series like last weekend and loved it, so I ordered book 2, and so I'm super excited to get into this. I cannot wait to read this. I am excited to get into Nash's book, and we're following Nash and his like best friend that he's been in love with forever, but she's like engaged to someone else. So it's Nash and Maddie. So I cannot wait to get into this. I might bump this up on the TBR to a little bit sooner. So excited to get to this. I'm gonna go. My dinner literally just finished in the air fryer, so I'm gonna go eat, and I'm going to read more of Fever. And yeah, I'll update you once I probably am done with Fever. Like I said, this book is just fine. Like, it's definitely giving 2013 energy. It's definitely like, yeah, it's definitely giving what I thought it would give, so I'm okay with it. Would I recommend it? No, but it's giving what I needed it to give. So what more could I ask for? I don't know. Even worse than I thought, y'all. Okay, first of all, ignore my hair. My hair appointment is tomorrow, so we're gonna ignore it for now. But this book, awful, terrible. 1 star. This book is getting 1 star. I really thought that like where I was at about halfway through earlier, I was like, oh, like at max it's gonna get 3 stars. You know, book 1 was like kind of bad, but like, you know, it was like very much of the time, so like 3 stars, like overall it was fine. This, no, this was awful. This was so bad. Oh my goodness, it was terrible, Navy. Literally, it was so bad. And like the main male character has anger issues bad. He's got anger issues bad, and like they're not making it, they're not lasting this marriage, because he like proposed at the end. This marriage is not lasting. They're getting divorced and it's gonna be messy. This was so bad. And like Jace, he could benefit from some therapy, and so could Bethany. If we're being honest, like the ending, I don't know, like literally. And I feel like too, if it was 2013 when this book came out and I was still 15, I feel like I would have eaten this up. But now at the age of 27, almost 28, I hated it. It was bad. It was bad. And like, I see the 50 Shades comparisons, right? Because it's like, oh, they have this like BDSM style kind of lifestyle, and it's awful. Like, this book was awful. Like, it was bad. Like, it was not tasteful at all. Like, literally, I cannot believe someone at Berkeley literally read this and was like, yeah, this is the one, we need to publish it. Especially the scene where she's like coming home drunk after the club at like her girls' night. Like, ew. Literally, I read that and I was like, actually, what the fuck? Because ew. Yeah, this is a no for me. Cannot say that I will pick up book 2. I did purchase this from my local used bookstore, and I'm probably going to be returning it to my local used bookstore in my next unhaul. This will be going back. Yeah, because this was bad. Oh my god, it was so bad. And see, I thought, like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get book 3 and like, you know, I'll read the series. Looking like I won't be getting book 3. And I probably will get rid of book 1 too, if we're being honest, just because I don't really see a need or want to reread book 1 now that I know that book 2 was absolute ass. So with that being said, I'm gonna go to bed. I think I might just go ahead and end this vlog here tonight, because I was potentially thinking about doing a 24-hour readathon starting tomorrow, so we'll see. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and end this video here. Hate that we ended on such a bad note for this last one, but you know, not every book is for everybody, and this one just was not for me. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed spending the last few days with me as I kind of just mood read over the last few days. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. I'll have all my social media linked in the description. Use any hype points if you have any. And if you have made it to this point in the video, leave the snowflake emoji to let me know that you made it to this point in the video. Thank you again so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.